Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I don't give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff
Doing about time. Doing about time. Got myself a problem.
from San Diego. It's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann.
Hey, welcome everybody to Sports World Radio. Glad everybody could be in the house with us today. Got a jam-packed show for all you guys today. Gonna have a lot of fun. Everybody's tuning in on SportsWorldRadio.com. If you're hanging out with us and you want to come in and hang out in our chat room with us, head on over to Spreaker.com. That's Spreaker.com. Get yourself a free account. Type in Sports World Radio. Hit the little bubble right next to the heart. Open up the chat room. In fact, click the heart, like the show. Click the bubble, open up the chat room, and start asking away questions during the show. That's how our fans communicate with us. Or they call 619-663-3715. 619-663-3715 is the number to get in touch with the show. And while I'm telling you to get into our chat room, don't forget to like our Facebook page at facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. Also follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. There's no O in world on Twitter. So it's SportsWorldradio. No O in world on Twitter. And if you notice, if you're hanging out at our SportsWorldRadio.com page, if you look on the right-hand side there, you'll see our Twitter feed right on SportsWorldRadio.com. So you can always tweet us away over there. With all that being said and out the way, what do you say? Hey, we bring in our co-host, Sean Mann, the update man. What's going on there, buddy?
Hello, Jeff, and welcome everybody to Sports World Radio on September 26, 2014, Friday, TGIF. Have a great weekend. I'm glad we're doing the show. We got work to do. 6:06 p.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 3:06 p.m. on the West. Weather right now kind of like really cool, kind of overcast, which has got that kind of fall feel to it. How are you, Jeff, and how's everything with the weather and out there in San Diego?
I'm doing good. Lots of people hanging out in the chat room with us. We got Wes and Josh and Sean and Myth and myself and, everybody else listening to the show who hasn't chimed in yet. Thank you very much. The weather out here is gorgeous. It's freaking sunny San Diego, for Jiminy Cricket's sakes. It's freaking hot. I got the air conditioner on. Come on.
It's good to see you there, Jeff. Glad you're here. And Wes continuing to start the talk already. He posted on my Facebook.
Busting my chops all morning, man.
He says, one game, baby.
You want to know something? I wish I would have slept till 2 o'clock. This guy's been busting my chops on Facebook all freaking morning since I've been on Facebook, man. I'm kind of getting tired of it. One game, baby. One game, baby. You know what? You can take your one game and shove it where the sun don't shine, okay?
I know. Wes was probably sleeping like a baby last night after the
you know what's happening, right?
10-1.
You know what's going to happen today, right?
What happened today? The
Pirates are going to lose to the
Reds.
Reds.
Are going to win.
Correct. Pirates are going to lose to the Reds, and the Cardinals are playing the Arizona Diamondbacks, who just fired their manager and their coach.
Trammell and Kirk Gibson have been fired and relieved their duties from the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Correctamundo, as Arthur Fonzarelli would say. Correctamundo.
Watching Happy Days a lot there, Jeff.
Oh,
I would have to say so.
Hey, I grew up on that, man. I can't help myself. Every time I see Henry Winkler, I automatically think of the Fonz. Come on. But so does everybody else who was born.
I'm looking at the standings right now. The St. Louis Cardinals are 88-71. The Pittsburgh Pirates are 87-72. And Wes has been talking, saying, one game, baby.
Well, there's 3 games left in the season, right?
Yes, 3 games left. The season ends on
Sunday
correct?
The
28th.
So Pittsburgh needs to lose tonight and Cardinals need to win tonight to get the magic number down to 1, correct?
Correct.
Come on, you red bastards. Help me out here.
Otherwise, if not, we'll never hear the end of it from Wes, and he'll be all happy because the Pirates will win the division. That's all he wants.
Yeah, but if Pittsburgh wins and the Cardinals win, they're still a game up, Cardinals, correct? So if Pittsburgh wins out and the Cardinals win out, Pittsburgh doesn't win the division, correct?
Correct.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
So they can win it by 1 game, the Cardinals could.
Yeah.
But Wes is saying, you know what? 1 game, we will sweep.
Yeah,
We're
you're
going to win
nuts.
the division.
Yeah, hey Wes, you better get your broom out and sweep the vomit off the floor after you don't make the after you don't win the division. That's coming out of your mouth. And then on when is it? Tuesday that they play the wild card game?
That's right. There will be
Tuesday
1
on the
American
30th.
League and 1 NL.
Right?
I just found out yesterday.
Okay,
Jeff.
so
I
when they-
got that all
Thank you.
straightened out.
So when they play that on Tuesday and Pittsburgh's playing in the play-in game and they lose that game, do you know, check this out. October 1st, Wes is going to be taking down all his Pittsburgh Pirate gear. Because they'll be out of the play. They'll be out. They'll be done. They'll be home. You like that, Sean?
Yeah, Dr. Myth, you crack me up. If Pittsburgh doesn't win the division, I say we won't see Wes till next season.
No, you know what? We'll see what. No, that's not true. That's not true, Dr. Myth, because he's a Pittsburgh Steeler fan, so he'll just take his Pittsburgh Pirate gear, put it away. He's already got his Steelers stuff up, so he'll go into Steeler mode and Penguin mode. That's all. He just goes from one mode to the next, and then he'll be all pissed off about the Pirates not making the play-in game and not winning that, not making the playoffs. He'll concentrate so hard on Pittsburgh that they won't win nothing either. The Steelers won't win nothing either. You're going to have a bad year in Pittsburgh this year, my friend.
He's already upset because he wants revenge. He still hasn't gotten over about the couple of inches that cost the Steelers that playoff game. Remember, the Chiefs played the Chargers.
Yes, I know.
And he was saying, Jeff, he doesn't know anything about football. He gets that letter from Roger
still
Goodell,
bitching.
which was in
He's
his
still-
writing.
He's still bitching about the penalty they didn't call because the Chargers had an extra man on the field. Oops. Sorry. So sorry, suck this.
And I do
Oops.
think, Wes, didn't you say yesterday, Wes, that the Pirates win the division, you're going to put "We Are Family" on everybody's walls? I can see that happening.
I'm banning him from my Facebook. I'm unfriending him.
You're unfriending Wes? Oh.
Yeah, he puts so much crap on there. You know what I do? You know what I do when he puts it on my timeline?
You just delete it.
No, because you have an option of either adding it to your timeline or hiding it. I just hide it. I just hide it because I don't want to see it. You know? I don't need to see that crap.
He's trying to change us both into Pittsburgh
Unless-
Pirates fans. That's how Wes's game
No, I
works.
wouldn't, Wes. I wouldn't delete it, Wes. I wouldn't do that. That's mean. I wouldn't do that because you have every right of putting it on there. But I just hide it. You know?
On my Facebook, here's what Wes said 50 minutes ago. Hey, Sean, this is Jeff when we win the division. Go Bucks. It's a picture of a baby crying. He goes, this is Jeff. I'm so pissed off right now. That's what Wes said with that picture of the Pirates on my wall.
Let me see what's on my timeline over here. I gotta go look at my page over here. I don't normally keep my Facebook on during the show because it eats a lot with up. Oh, good. There's nothing on my page right now. That's good.
It's on my wall. I'm so
see, I
pissed
don't have-
off right now. And he says, "Oh,
I
Jeff is probably all mad because the Bucks are winning it all."
I don't have no. Oh, there. One game back for division. There it is. Get that thing out of here. What is that all about?
Wes is just trying to stick it in our faces. Wes is saying,
Hide.
I'll stick it to you, Sean, since you're the Red Sox fan. I'll stick it to Jeff
Hide.
since he's a Padre, Brave, and Met fan.
Okay, see, I just hid that. See, that's off my timeline. Now I don't have to look at it. He can look at it all he wants on my timeline, but I don't want to have to look at it.
Oh,
See how that
I
works for
really
me?
hope the Pirates do not win it. Could you imagine what it's going to be like, Jeff? 13 minutes after the hour, Pirates win the World Series. Oh, he's going to I just hope that doesn't happen. Otherwise, we will never hear the end of it.
All I need is for Pittsburgh to lose tonight and the Cards to win. And you want to know something? by the time the Cards play tonight, they'll know whether they need to win or lose, whether they can win or whether they have to win or whether they can lose, because they'll play after the Pirate game, because they're on the West Coast. They're in Arizona.
Yeah, Dr. Myth, that's a good one. I haven't seen Adrian in a while. Well, you know what I think happened? I think
he got in
opened
trouble.
up his mouth too much, he got in big trouble by his parents.
I think so.
Surprise me.
I think so, Sean. I think you're absolutely correct. I think
He should never said anything, otherwise, look what happens.
I think his parents grounded him and told him he can't come to the show for a week. Took his internet away from him. He comes back to the show. Whenever he comes back to the show, guys, okay? Whenever he comes back to the show, because you know he'll come in and pop in and say hello. When he comes back, I want everybody to say it in the chat room. Write it all in there when everybody sees him. What's the matter? Did you get grounded and you weren't allowed to come to the show no more? And I'll say it on the air, and if everybody writes it in the chat room, I think it'll be hilarious. What about you, Sean? Don't you think that'd be pretty funny?
That was hysterical.
I think so. Hey, Sean, let me ask you a crazy question before we run to our first break of the day.
Sure.
It's Ryder Cup season. Did you see any of the Ryder Cup?
No, I didn't get a chance to see any of the Ryder Cup.
And what am I talking about? Everybody doesn't know? It's Ryder Cup time, man. They're playing. You know where they're playing? They're playing in Scotland. Okay? The USA against the Europeans in golf. Okay? You know what the good thing about that is? The only good thing about them playing in Scotland is they play at night for the people in the United States. It went on like at 11:30 last night and didn't end till like 6:30 this morning. And it's going to do the same thing tonight and tomorrow night. How about, you know how much I love that, Sean? Because you know me, I'm a night owl. I stay up late, and there's usually hardly anything on. I watch like the ESPN like 15 times.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because they just play it over and over and over again. That's why things get burned into my head. But I'll get to watch the Ryder Cup for several hours this morning. While everybody's sleeping, I'll be up there watching the Ryder Cup at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning my time. Hey, we're going to run to our first commercial break. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow New Way to Workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, hanging out with you each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com at 6 o'clock East, 3 o'clock West. And if you live in the Central,
figure it out for yourself.
Hey, Sean, what time is it in the mountain?
Who cares?
Usually you do that to me, buddy. I just reversed it on you, that's all, and you did the right thing. Good man, pal. Hey, really quick, we were talking about the Ryder Cup, USA against Europe, before we left and went to commercial break. I just want to finish it up really quick. Europeans lead 5-3 after the first day. If you're into golf, I'm a golf teacher. I play golf. I watch it. If you want to watch a golf tournament and you have a little insomnia, for you people who live on the East Coast, it's probably on at 2 o'clock in the morning on your golf channel. Go check it out. And then I think they're moving it to NBC. So if you want to watch the Ryder Cup, check it out. And if you have, I'll tell you what. For those of you who are having insomnia and you can't sleep, take a little advice from a golf teacher, a guy who plays golf, a guy who watches golf on television. Okay? Just really quick. If you can't sleep and you're having problems sleeping, turn the Ryder Cup on. You'll be sleeping in 15-20 minutes. Guarantee it. Just put the timer on the TV to fall asleep in an hour. You'll be done. Trust me on this, okay? Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. Hey, Sean, what's the next topic you got for us, buddy?
Okay, next topic we have. It couldn't have been scripted any better. We go to Major League Baseball. Jeff, it hasn't happened very much, but Derek Jeter did something that people will never forget when they sat at their homes and watched what Derek Jeter did. They were up 5-2 in the top of the ninth inning. Millions of Yankee fans at the stadium chanting his name, Derek Jeter, Derek Jeter.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 sec. Millions of fans at Yankee Stadium rooting for Derek Jeter? No, I don't think there was millions of fans there.
Well, it was packed. It was packed at the stadium last night. The end of an era, the perfect script. Derek Jeter capped his Yankee Stadium farewell with the game-winning single in the bottom of the ninth inning. The latest and perhaps last storybook moment of his charmed and an unbelievable career to give the Yankees a 6-5 victory Thursday over the Orioles.
I love you, Double A. Double A says, I got to root for the Giants in the wild card. You go, Double A. You know something? They had something else planned for Derek Jeter for the end. You know that, right?
They do.
They did. They had something else planned. They had a bunch of guys that were going to come out of the thing and they were all going to walk away together. But instead, that happened. How about that? That's a nice way to end your career at Yankee Stadium, right? Although he would have been like making the playoffs, but that's a nice way to end it, correct?
I was flipping back and forth between the Giant Redskin game and the Oriole Yankee game. And I was watching more of the game because you're wondering between the Orioles and Yankees, and you're wondering what kind of reception. Very positive because he'll always be remembered in New York as a great Yankee. And of course, the fact is that he gets the game-winning hit on his last at bat. I think it was scripted well because the Yankees were saying, wouldn't it be nice just to have a tie game? And Jeter tries to end it with the game-winning base hit. And that's exactly what he did. He got an RBI single, the base hit, first pitch of the game into right field.
These guys in the chat room are beating up on Wes a little bit. It's kind of funny to watch. Dr. Myth and Josh are going at Wes kind of hard. It's kind of fun to watch.
Good, leave me out of it. Go pick on him. Right.
Sean's like, thank God. Phew.
After the big celebration that followed, Jeter said he's played his final game at shortstop.
How do you
like
like
he'll
that,
be the
Sean?
designated hitter at some point this weekend in Boston.
How do you like that, Sean? Do you like that he's not going to play shortstop for the last 3 games of the year at Boston? He's just going to DH?
That's a good question, Jeff. He said it's this weekend in Boston. He goes out of respect for the Red Sox, their fans, and the rivalry, because he says that he played in so many games between the Red Sox and the Yankees, the great rivalry, which is kind of deteriorated now and very much gone. And it'll be very much what you call a meaningless series, but it'll probably be sold out this weekend because everybody's going to be bidding Derek Jeter a farewell, just like last year at Fenway, what they did with Mariano Rivera. Now a year later, it's Derek Jeter.
Look at these guys are beating on Wes. Wes type 6 Super Bowls, 5 World Series, 3 Cups. 5 World Series? What are you, living in the 1970s?
He's all happy about it because with Wes, here's the thing. He'll say, think of all the greats, everybody. Terry Bradshaw, Chuck Noll, Mario Lemieux, pop star Joe, the list goes on.
Look at Josh, our producer. Pittsburgh, the home of miserable people, Mark Madden. I love that kid. He just speaks his
Looks like
truth.
now he's saying we are family.
1909. Yeah, Wes, you weren't born in 1909. It's not your freaking World Series, you rat bastard.
None of us were born Browning or Myth, or Double A. 1909.
I bet you Sean feels like he should have been born in 1909, though.
Oh,
Sean,
me,
Sean,
stinking bastard.
Sean wishes he was born in the 60s, don't you, buddy?
I just know the past really well, and if you have a problem with it, deal with it.
No, I just find it kind of cool. You're what we call an old soul, because you're the type of person who wishes he was born in the 50s or the 60s.
It's all about the research, bud.
That's
all
great.
about the research.
I don't have a problem with
Thanks for the compliment.
I don't have a problem with you.
These people.
Yeah, explain it to these people. Yeah, because they can't figure out what the Central Time is. You got to explain everything to them. Come on, man. Hey, you like that, right? Hey, don't forget, coming up at the end of the show today, in the second hour, somewhere along the lines, probably the last 10 minutes of the show, we're giving out our Rat Bastard of the Week. It is Friday, right?
It is Friday, the Rat Bastard of the Week, and I had a few ideas too, but if Josh has some ideas, I'll add it to the list. I got a couple ideas.
And then don't forget, tomorrow night, 9 o'clock on the East, 6 o'clock on the West. What time in the Central?
Figure it out for yourself. It's not that hard. If you can't figure it out for yourself, how are you going to live?
Tomorrow night, NFL Real Talk. Join us right here on Sports World Radio for NFL Real Talk tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific for that 1 hour show where myself, Sean, Frank, I don't know if Nicholas is joining us, but if not, then the producer of the show, Josh, will be on. Well, we'll go over 12 games left?
Like 12 games remaining.
12 games
That's
remaining
right.
for this weekend. We're going to go over those games. It's going to be fun. Commercial-free, boys and girls. Join us for that tomorrow night.
I was going to ask, though, Jeff, too, your thoughts last night. You probably saw the highlights, though. Jeter ending his career with a game-winning base hit.
I didn't get to see crap because the game wasn't on ESPN.
After the game got over, I'm sure you saw highlights on ESPN, even though it wasn't on.
Actually, I saw very little highlights. I'm watching them right now, actually, to tell you the truth. Because
That's a sensational career for Jeter, who has played 20 years. He won the World Series in 96, 98, 99, 2000, and then 2009.
Yeah. Great career, yeah. You know what I was watching last night? I watched the whole freaking thing.
I don't even have to say. The New York Giants, that's actually our next...
Sean, hold on a second, Sean. Do you want to get into this now with 4 minutes to go before a break?
I figure we'll save it after the break.
Or do you want to save it after the break? Because I got some things I need to say to somebody.
I tell you, I can't wait until we get back from after the second commercial break, because last night I was laughing so hard.
You were on Facebook last night with us, weren't you?
I was dying on the floor. I was laughing.
Sean, I kept one page open on Facebook all through the whole entire game last night. And that was the page that everybody was commenting on during the game, right? At one point during that game, he shut up, didn't he? I'm not going to say his name right now. I'm going to tease everybody, but at one point last night during that game, he shut up, didn't he?
I was in tears. I was just laughing the whole time watching the ball game. I'm on my phone for Facebook, and I'm just following what Jeff and this other person.
And then I got a message, and then I got a message from Frank. okay, on Skype. And I'm going to read you the message because I kept it so I can read it on the air. And Frank says, to prove that I don't go into hiding or back down after I pick a loser, congratulations to your G-men. Great night for Eli and the tight end. That's what Frank sent me after the game last night. Frank will be here tomorrow, and I'll harass him a little bit too. He'll be here for our NFL Real Talk tomorrow night. I'll harass him a little too. We're going to run to commercial break. When I come back, yes, we're going to have lots of fun. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hour of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. The guy's laughing, and I haven't even started talking yet. You should have heard him during the break, man. He couldn't stop laughing because he knows what's coming. He knows what's coming.
2 minutes past the hour.
Hey, Gary! Hey, Gary! 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 You suck! Hey, Gary One Arm, where are you, buddy?
Oh.
Huh, Gary One Arm, where are you? Where are you? You already put a built-in excuse last night on Facebook. Oh, I can't make it, I gotta work, or I gotta sleep. Yeah, get the hell out of here, okay? We were on one page. I was on one page last night watching that game. One Facebook page last night watching that game. And boy, did you get quiet awful fast. You started talking and jibbity. They scored a touchdown. You put a picture up there. You were all happy. But after that, there was nowhere to you to be seen, was there, my friend? And you're not even here now, are you, my friend? No, you're not, you rat bass. 45-14, that's a joke and a half.
I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, what was so funny about last night, like Jeff said, last night Gary did a YouTube video talking about how great the Redskins were and blah, 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 that they were going to win. I was following it the whole time. Jeff
I want to see the video.
I want at each other the whole time.
Where's the freaking video of the after game? Where's the after game video, Gary? You got the balls to do the pregame video. Where's the after game video, huh? Gary, guess who's... Hey, Gary! Hey, Gary! Guess who's going to be the rat bastard of the week? Huh? Huh, Gary? You like that? You dumbass.
And he tagged me, he tagged Jeff, he tagged Browning. He was talking about and then he put up a thing that would say touchdown Redskins. And they're down 14-7, and Jeff goes, "Oh, big deal." And then Jeff goes, "Please, Redskins, hurry up and score so the Giants can get the ball back and score."
And you know what happened? Boom, interception. Thank you very much.
Oh,
hey, how many interceptions did he throw last night? 4?
They had 4 turnovers in the game, and they got thumped last night.
No, they had 5 turnovers, 6 turnovers in the game. 4 of them were interceptions.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you're right. 6 turnovers they had, 4 picks, and they had 2 fumbles lost. Eli Manning, he had a great game.
Hey, Gary, guess what?
39, 300 yards.
Hey, Gary, you did say that a quarterback was going to throw at least 3 interceptions, and guess what? You were right, but it was your quarterback, you jackass.
And then I saw another thing that Jeff said. He goes, "What's the matter, Gary? You are so quiet right now." I saw that. I was flipping out laughing.
Hey, you want to know something? Everybody and their mother. Everybody, all those analysts in the NFL picking the Redskins last night, you don't know what the living crap. You know, I'm not listening to you people no more because you don't know what the hell you're talking. Kirk Cousins this, Kirk Cousins that, Kirk Cousins. You know what? Kirk Cousins just showed you why he's a backup quarterback.
Oh, gosh.
And Washington
the only thing that Gary
Redskins
had posted on my wall when I heard from him, Jeff, he posted, the career end of Derek Jeter, and I'm like thinking to myself, oh, so Gary, are you kind of giving up on football and switching to be a Yankee fan, even though you live in the continent of Europe? I didn't even say that, but that's what I was thinking when
Hey,
he posted
Washington
on my wall,
Redskins fans, get used to losing with Kirk Cousins as your quarterback. Okay, with a 53-point quarterback rating last night. Woo-hoo! Yeah, way to go, dude. 4 interceptions, 1 fumble. Yeah, that's good football right there, my friend.
And Double A, you're here just for the reason because you were saying today on Facebook on my wall, on the one that Gary posted, Double A said, "Gosh, I can't wait to come to the show and hear Jeff just rip Gary." And that's exactly what's going on. But you don't see Gary anymore.
No, he's not
that's
here.
Because Gary's in mourning. He probably gave him an excuse about
He's
work
hiding.
or something just to get out of it. But Jeff did say yesterday, "Hey, Gary, you better be at the show as in today, right now, or your tail
No, but
is
then
mine."
he posted something on my Facebook. He posted something on my Facebook about him taking a picture with a bunch of friends or for a test or something. Get your ass at the show, you rat bastard. Unstinking believable. It was 75% Washington, 25% New York was the pick ratio. Okay?
Oh, man.
Hey, way to go, Giants. Okay?
Oh, Lord.
Hey, I'm telling you something, Washington. You better get used to losing because that's the way it's going to be with Kirk Cousins as your quarterback. You people are all excited about Kirk Cousins this and Kirk Cousins. He showed you the true why he's a backup quarterback. He showed you the true Kirk Cousins last game, way he plays last night. Get used to it. You're going to be losing a lot of games and you're going to be in last place. And I'm telling you, right now, I'm looking at my calendar for a second, okay? By the time October is out, Gary won't be at the show anymore because Redskins will be done.
Well, here's how it goes, Jeff. Okay, Double A, my good buddy, my good friend Double A, goes, "Oh, hell, the Washington asses handed them. I cannot wait to hear what Jeff has in store for Gary tonight." And I said, "Yeah, Gary, yeah, Double A, it'll be a long 2 hours for Gary today." And then Double A goes, "If he shows up, LOL."
He's not showing up. He's not coming because he said something on the Facebook page. "Oh, I can't make it tomorrow. I have a test or I have to work or I have some excuse." He was already putting his excuse in before the game was over.
And I said, "Double A, Jeff and Gary were joking on a video that Gary posted about a Redskins triumph. Was not the case last night, LOL." And then Double A goes, "LOL." I'm looking at my wall, and I said, "Double A, I was laughing the whole time, buddy." And then here's what Double A said to you: "Jeff won't be laughing in 3 weeks." And I said, "True."
Well, hey,
Because
listen.
the Giants play the Eagles on October 12th.
If the Giants play the way they played last night, Eagles, you got a freaking problem. If the Giants play the way they played last night, Philadelphia's got a problem. Cowboys got a problem. Everybody in that division's got a problem.
the chat room, Double A goes, Jeff ain't going to be laughing in 3 weeks. And then here's what Browning says. Maybe I should call in and say where Gary's at, LMAO. Dr. Myth goes, Gary is a bitch. He can't come and face the heat.
Hey,
and
I want to
Wes
thank.
goes, did I pick skins? Them.
Hey, I want to thank all. I want to thank all. I'm looking at the standings over here right now.
Oh, Lord.
I want to thank all you schmucks who picked the Redskins in last night's game. Thank you very much, because I just
Except
gained.
for you and Browning.
I just gained a point on all you sons of bitches. What a bunch of morons.
Browning went with the Giants too last night, Jeff.
Exactly. Guess what? Now I'm only 6 points behind Adrian, okay? And I'm only 2 points behind freaking Mr. West. So watch out, bitches. I'm coming. I told you, boys. I gave you all the lead. I'm coming.
Yeah, and then everybody a few weeks ago said, "Oh, Jeff won't catch up."
Oh,
He's in
yeah?
17th place. He won't
I'm
catch
coming.
up." And I was like, wait
Here
a
I
minute.
come.
It's still a long season there, you know. So.
Guess what? Here I come. Schmedley's in third place. Guess what? I'm only 4 points behind him.
Oh, shucks. I need a big weekend then. And here's what Double A says to you, Jeff. I ain't scared. I'll be here on October 13th.
Yeah, you'll be here. You'll be here as a loser on October 13th.
Now, Jeff, have you and Double A made a wager at all, some kind of a bet at all between the Eagles and the Giants Sunday night game, the 12th of October?
Not yet.
Ooh.
Not yet. When is that game again?
October 12th. It'll be 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth are calling that game.
That's a Sunday night game?
The 12th of October. Yep, buddy, it is.
That might work. I might go in for, having a shave, because I need to shave. I haven't shaved in a while. I thought I was going to wait till him, but I might have to do a double shave this time. Because I need to shave.
But Double A says every time he goes up against you when it comes to a bet, Jeff, Double A says, I always dominate and beat Jeff.
He's the only one. He's the only one I lose to. The only one.
Yep. And all the years that I've done shows with you, Jeff, you've always told me that Double A or TCB always beats you all the time.
The only one. Hey, Double A, we'll talk on Facebook, buddy. We'll talk on Facebook.
You must wear Eagles.
Hey, you know what? I'm down with that. Let's make that bet. Whoever wins got to wear the other person's shirt or jersey. And put it on Facebook. Take a picture of it and put it on Facebook. I'm down with that. That works for me. Double A. Giants win, you got to wear a Giants jersey and take a picture and put it on Facebook.
Oh, a selfie. There we go.
Yeah, a selfie. If Eagles win, I got to get an Eagles and do the same thing. Are you down with that? He says,
All
okay.
Right.
There I'm down with that. That's a good bet. That'll work.
He goes, okay, I'll agree to that. So another bet that Jeff has a chance to win. He's got 2 bets.
Man, that's going to be great, huh?
Because I know Jeff just wants to beat Double A any way he can. Because he's so sick and tired of losing. Because he's the only one that he can't
So
beat.
I took down Washington. I'm going to take Double A. So I took down Gary. I'm going to take down Double A. And now, who's the Dallas guy? That's Nick, right?
Michael's my buddy who's the Cowboy fan.
Well, I want to.
October 19th, that's when the Giants play the Cowboys.
I want to bet with him.
Ooh.
You tell him. You tell that dude, Michael, I want to make a bet with him. Same bet I'm making with Double A. Same bet I'm making with Double A.
Oh, yeah. Well, Josh, what do you want to bet?
Look at Josh wants to bet, too, now. I'm not playing the freaking Bears this year, dude. Sorry. Giants don't play the Bears this year. I like that. That's a nice gentleman's bet. Take a picture, take a selfie of you wearing my Giants shirt on your body. I like that. That's good.
And then,
I'm not losing no bets this year. You know what? I'm going on strike. I'm not losing no bets this year.
Jeff, you are determined to go out there and win a lot of bets.
That's right. Every bet I make this year, I am winning. How about that? You like that?
Oh, Josh, you should bet about the Knicks Bulls game.
No.
That's coming up. That's
no.
opening night. That's October 29th when the Knicks play the Bulls.
No. That's a different story. That's a different
NBA,
story.
though. That's not NFL.
That's right. That's different. That's different. Nope. Only NFL. That's different. That's way freaking different. Way freaking different. Only NFL. I'm not losing an NFL bet this year at all. Hey, Bears play the Patriots this year, right?
That's right.
Okay, so you two got to make a gentleman's bet like that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you two got to make a gentleman's bet like that. Whoever wins, the other person's got to wear the jersey, take a selfie, and post it on Facebook.
Oh, no, I'm not going to spend my time wasting my money on a doggone Chicago Bears thing. You're not going to pull that with me.
Just get it from shirtshopper.net.
I'm not going to waste my money on that. No, of course not.
Just get
I would say maybe I could do a profile picture right here on the chat board there, Josh. When the Patriots beat the Bears for a week, you have to put a Patriots profile picture right there and get rid of that disgusting Chicago Bears.
No.
Hey, come on. That bet always works. I've lost bets. I lost the Patriot-Giants Super Bowl to a guy, and I had to put up an Eli Manning picture for a month, ladies and gentlemen. A month.
Well, that's your fault. I want you to make the bet with him. If the Patriots win, he's got to wear a Patriots shirt and take a selfie and put it on Facebook. If you lose, you got to do the same thing, only with a Bears shirt.
Josh just said okay, that's fine. It's better than nothing. So a bet has happened between Josh and I.
Oh
When the Patriots beat the Bears, it's for a week, Josh, that you have to leave that Patriot logo up there for a week.
Hey, Double A. When the Giants beat the Eagles, I want you to go. In fact, I'm gonna do this perfectly. We're gonna run to our first update of the day. Okay? Now, Double A. When the Giants beat the Eagles, I want you to go over to shirtshopper.net and get your Giants shirt from shirtshopper.net. This update is brought to you by, hey, what a coinkydink, shirtshopper.net. So you can head on over to shirtshopper.net and get your NFL team t-shirt today. Just go over to shirtshopper.net, put your tab over the sports tab, put your cursor over the sports tab, drop down box will come along, click on NFL, pick your favorite team, which for you, Double A, will be the Giants because you'll need a Giants shirt. And then buy a Giant shirt from shirtshopper.net. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the first update of the day.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. Welcome, everybody, to the first of two updates for Sports World Radio. Major League Baseball games for tonight. The Rays taking on the Indians, Orioles at Blue Jays, Twins at Tigers, Yankees at the Red Sox, Athletics at Rangers, Royals at the White Sox, and the Angels taking on the Mariners. That's for the American League. Now, for the National League, Braves at the Phillies, Marlins at the Nationals, Pirates at the Reds, Astros taking on the Mets, Cubs at Brewers, Cardinals at Diamondbacks, Rockies at Dodgers, and the Padres taking on the Giants. An afternoon game, the Nationals shut out the Marlins 4-0. So that concludes Major League Baseball, the final weekend of the season. In the NFL, one final from last night, the New York Giants prevail, thump, and destroy the Washington Redskins by a score of 45-14. With that win, the Giants moved to 2-2. The Redskins dropped to 1-3. In the NBA, LeBron James and the Cavaliers, today was Media Day on ESPN as LeBron James spoke at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific. We'll be talking more about what he said to the press right after the update. This update has been brought to you by shirtshopper.net. We'll run to commercial, and when we come back, Jeff and I will have more sports talk. And at the top of the hour, don't forget, we got Josh Lopez coming in for his perspective on wrestling and more sports. Be right back.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. a wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and the Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest sports talk on the internet every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right, Sean, what do you got for me, pal?
Welcome, everybody, back to Sports World Radio from the update. 50 minutes past the hour in the chat room before I get to the NFL. Browning, I have a question. So is it official? You quickly went to Miami where LeBron was, and now you're going with Cleveland since LeBron is up there? Good grief.
He's a Cleveland Cavalier fan, no more a Heat fan?
Yeah, well, he said, I have a LeBron Cavs jersey that's not burnt, LOL. Wow.
That's ridiculous. You know what? You're not a true Cavs fan. You're not a true Heat fan. You're a LeBron fan. So whatever team he plays on, you root for. You bandwagon fan, you.
So that's kind of funny. When the Big Three left Boston, I didn't leave. I stuck with them. Okay, the next story we get to is an NFL story that we have about Jerry Jones. Jeff, this was quite an amazing story that you had. Actually, this was an amazing story. Attorneys for Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones argued Friday that a lawsuit accusing him of sexual assault should be dismissed because an Oklahoma woman waited too long to file it. Ouch.
Yeah, I saw this and I was like, you got to be kidding me. Which is really what the funny part of it is I'm going to read this paragraph to you, and at the end of it is the funny part of it all. Weckersley's lawsuit accuses Jones of grabbing her genitals and kissing her without her consent in 2009. She also accuses Jones, the Cowboys, and attorney Levi McCatherine of conspiring to keep her quiet by paying her hush money for at least 4 years. Jones, the team, and McCatherine have denied all her allegations. No. Okay? They denied her allegations. But what the funny part is, the hearing Friday centered only on whether Weckerly had filed her lawsuit too late, not the validity of her claims. Okay, so they're not disputing her claim. They're disputing that she ran out of time to file her lawsuit. Texas law sets a 5-year limit on civil cases alleging sexual assault and a 2-year limitation cases involving a civil conspiracy, attorneys for both sides said on Friday. They're not centered on the validity of the claims, but that she filed them too late. So in other words, they're saying Jerry Jones did it, but she can't do anything about it because she waited too long to file a claim. Huh?
Josh Jerry Jones is the dumbest person in the world. I thought it was Skip Bayless, but it's Jerry.
How crazy is that? Right there in the article. The hearing said on Friday only on whether Weckerly had filed her lawsuit too late, not on the validity of her claims. So that's what Jerry Jones's lawyers are saying, that she filed the lawsuit too late. They're not saying anything that what she claimed is not wrong. They're just saying that she filed that claim too late.
Yeah, she was
That's
way
ridiculous.
too late with that, but
who cares?
She should have done that back in 2009, but oh well.
Who cares? Now, with all that going on, why is he still an NFL owner?
That's a good question. Why is he? I have no idea. He screwed up the Cowboys enough. He's gotten Cowboy fans really disgusted with him. And now all of a sudden this thing comes out, which was 5 years ago.
Right, but you got an owner. You have an owner out there doing stuff like that. That can't be allowed, can it?
Nope.
Can it? That shouldn't be allowed.
No, that shouldn't be allowed at all.
And with everything that's going on right now, come on, Commissioner, you're screwing the pooch everywhere else.
And if he lets a pass go with Jerry Jones, and he doesn't do a good job, well, look, he screwed up enough with everything else in the NFL. Ray Rice, Adrian Peterson, he screws up with this, then I say, boot Goodell out. This guy is a joke as an NFL commissioner because he sits around, he doesn't do anything about it.
Nothing,
which
man.
is terrible.
Nothing. And I read an article last night, I believe I read the article, that the NFL had that tape. Had that tape from the inside the elevator.
Wow. NFL's just a mess these days. Not according to Skip Bayless. He said this about the Cowboys now. This kind of different than the Jerry Jones situation, Jeff. But today Skip Bayless came out and he says the Dallas Cowboys will win the NFC East. That's what Skip Bayless said today.
What?
Today, Skip Bayless came out and made a prediction.
He aggravates me to no end. Did he watch a football game?
The Cowboys will win the NFC
What
East.
football game did he watch last night? Unstinking believable. What is he going to say after Sunday when the Saints beat him?
He'll be very quiet.
Unstinking believable. I don't get it. I just don't get it. What does he see? What a schmuck he is, man.
He must be smoking something pretty bad these days.
And before you know it, he's going to turn around and say, oh, I see Cleveland making a turnaround, and they're going to be good too, and they're going to win their division. What? What, are you kidding me? Come on.
Skip Bayless said two other big things today. This goes directly now from the NFL, Jeff, to the NBA. When LeBron James says, would have stayed if Miami had won finals, he's saying, quote, I just didn't have enough help listening D. Wade. And that's what Skip Bayless said. Another thing he also said, LeBron James was by far best player on either team, and Spurs beat LeBron's team by a record finals margin. Wasn't there when team needed him. That's what LeBron James said. That's what Skip Bayless said.
Skip Bayless is an idiot. Because he says this. Why doesn't Skip Bayless ever get suspended for the stupid things he says? Huh? How about that? Because it is kind of stupid to say that the Dallas Cowboys are going to win the NFC East when the Philadelphia Eagles are undefeated in the same division. I don't know what's the matter with that dude. I don't get that. What's the Cowboys' record?
Right now, the Cowboys sit at 2-1.
2-1. So if they lose tomorrow, on Sunday
night.
They lose Sunday night, it'll be 2-2, right?
Right, which will make Jerry Jones unhappy.
Alongside the New York Giants, correct?
Correct.
And the Redskins will be 1-3. and the Philadelphia Eagles will be 3-1 after Sunday and Monday. So how can he say that? Even though I understand, even though knowing that they're only one game behind Philadelphia.
Because Skip Bayless probably believes that's my perspective. He probably says, I know my sports and I know what I'm talking about.
Well, obviously he doesn't, because he predicted the freaking Browns and the Cowboys in the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year. So obviously you don't.
What does everybody else think about Bayless? Josh, I know, has said things that he doesn't like about Bayless. Dr. Myth, same thing, probably double A. Everybody, I know. Skip said Eli will do what Eli does at the end of the season. That's what Skip Bayless, that's what Josh says in the chat room.
According to who? Skip Bayless?
Yeah.
Did Skip Bayless watch the game last night?
Probably not. He probably was out getting hammered.
Because it looked to me last night that Eli and the rest of the offense is starting to pick up the offense.
Well, 28 of 39 for 300 yards, and here comes Skip Bayless saying the Dallas Cowboys will be winning the NFC East Division.
With a quarterback rating of 117.5. I can't wait to see what I can't wait to see what Tony Romo's quarterback rating is going to be on Sunday. Hey, Skip, if Tony Romo doesn't have a better quarterback rating than Eli Manning, I'm going to shove it down your throat.
And then here's another thing that Josh says. Remember, Jeff, he a Seahawks fan.
Well, he changed his mind 3 freaking times.
The senior bandwagon fan. Good point, Josh. Yeah, I know we got to go to commercial, but good way to look at it, Jeff. He changes his mind all the time.
He started
my New England Patriots, my Seahawks, my Broncos, blah, blah, blah.
Well, he started off with the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl, correct?
That is right. That was back in middle of August.
Now he changed his mind and went to New England and Seattle, right?
Right.
Has he changed his mind again? Has come up with 2 new teams?
Not
Eventually,
that I know of, Jeff.
You know what?
Well,
Eventually, he's going to change his mind so many times. He's going to pick the correct teams, because he's going to pick every freaking team in the NFL. And on that note, we're going to run to a commercial break. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Have you ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Show, man. We are in the second hour of the show. That's right, I said second hour because we do the show 2 hours each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. Hey, you know what? I was talking to Sean during the break, and I know he's muted, and I know he's laughing right now because he knows what I'm about to say. Because I said it to him 5 times, and he almost fell out of his chair. Hey, Skip Bayless. I'm talking directly to you. And I'm going to piss off my women audience right now, but I'm sorry. Hey, Skip Bayless, you change your mind like a woman changes her tampon. All right, Skip? Knock it off. Have some conviction. Pick a team and stick with them. You said Cleveland and Cowboys? Stick with it. Have balls.
That's what he says, that the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys back in middle of August, according to Skip Bayless, said they would be in the Super Bowl. And then he changed it and said it'll be the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl this year.
And now he's getting ready, and now I know he's getting ready to change it again. You change your freaking mind like a woman changes her tampon. I'm serious, man. And it's disgusting. Stick with it. When it's your team, you don't go nowhere. That just proves that when you say, my Cowboys and my this and my... They're not really your team because you go to another team. So that just proves that they're not your team. That you're not a real fan of the team. You're a bandwagon fan. Whatever team is doing good that year, that week, that day, that month, whatever it is, you're a fan of that team. That's what they call.
Josh goes, Skip Bayless is like a bandwagon escort, and I say Skip is bandwagon president. And Double A, you crack me up with this. Oh, it would be so great if Bayless heard this telecast.
That's what they call
well,
a bandwagon
Jeff
fan.
And Skip Bayless going at it. Ooh.
That's what they call a bandwagon fan, and that's the definition of Skip Bayless. Okay, there's my rant of the day on Skip Bayless.
Josh, I don't know. It's up to what Jeff decides when we'll bring you in and stuff. Oh, that's funny there because I'm I had myself on mute when you were getting ready to talk, and I was still laughing.
I know you were
laughing very hard.
I know you were. I can hear you laughing even though you were on mute. I knew you were laughing in the background.
Because everybody gets so tired of talking about a guy named Skip Bayless who thinks he knows everything and that he thinks that he's like Master Predictions and that I know my facts, I know my sports, so ha ha ha. And I think, I'm going to laugh one day when he gets sued by ESPN and he gets suspended. It's pretty frustrating how the guy doesn't get suspended, and yet Stephen A. Smith, Jeff, and Bill Simmons both get suspended, and Bayless hasn't been suspended once.
Hey, Double A, if you can get Skip Bayless on the show, I'll tell you what. If you can get Skip Bayless on the show, I'll put a Philadelphia Eagles shirt on and take a picture and put it on my Facebook page. I don't care.
Go on his Twitter at Double A or Browning. Go on his Twitter and see if you can bring Skip Bayless in.
Because I know Josh reached out to Bill Simmons, and Bill Simmons cannot come on the show because of contract obligations. So we won't be having Bill Simmons on the show, but he reached out and talked to him.
I said, go ahead. Let's see Jeff and Skip at it.
Go ahead, dude. Bring that.
Jeff and Skip Bayless. Wow.
He wouldn't last 3 seconds with me. Not 3 freaking seconds with me. Okay?
Skip Bayless would probably be like, click, that's it. I'm hanging up the phone. Then
That's right.
Then he'll probably say, then I'll file a protest against Sports World Radio.
Look at Craig. If I did that, it would be way more than an Eagles shirt. I'll tell you what. You do that. I'll tell you what. You do that, and I will get you a pair of Philadelphia Eagles beat headphones. How about that?
There you go, Double A. That sounds like a good deal.
But I want him on for minimum of one segment. Minimum of one segment, so I can just rip him. because he wouldn't last 2 seconds with me anyway. But if he could stay as long as he can, that'd be great. But he wouldn't last 2 seconds with us. You know that. You know that, Sean. Not 2 freaking seconds with us. Because I turn around to him, hey, Mr. Bayless, you know, you change your mind more than the woman changes her tampon? Click.
Double A replied, I'm still waiting for my Sports World Radio shirt from a decade ago.
I have one. There's only... You're talking about when we were at Now Live. Yeah, I don't have any more of those.
Was that back in 08 when you guys
No, I was,
bet, or was that back in
that
04?
was way back, way before you even joined Sports World Radio.
Okay.
Way back when I first started it out. Yeah, I had Now Live Sports World Radio T-shirts. I did. I made like 15 of them, and then I sent them all out. Sky has one. I don't even know where mine is anymore.
Yeah, so Double A's waiting for that. But if you could do that, Double A, wait a minute. Oh, Browning found his Twitter page.
Go, write him. Tell him, write him. Tell him. You know what you do? You found this Twitter page at the end of the show. Take the show and put it on his Twitter page and say, Skip, you need to listen to this because these guys are ripping you good.
And then he'll say, yeah, I'll come and listen, and then I'll bring all you on, and I'll out-debate you, and think, because I'll know all the sports than you people do.
He does not. He changes his mind like a woman uses a tampon, man. It's ridiculous. I can't stand that. Look at Double A. You was still in middle school back then. Yeah, you were still in middle school back then when we were doing the show, my friend.
Look what he posted 4 hours ago on Twitter again. He goes, again, the Dallas Cowboys will win the NFC East.
He's crazy.
And then Josh goes, we don't need another Cowboy fan on the show.
Yeah, I got one, and I got one, and that's enough, and that's Nicholas.
Then Skip comes on and says, hey, everybody, my Dallas Cowboys are heading to the Super Bowl. What are you guys going to say about that?
Who's going to be their quarterback?
And then he would say, Tony Romo.
And they ain't making the playoffs or the Super Bowl.
And then Jeff will just hit him with the stats.
And then I'll just nail him. 8-8, 8-8, 8-8. All with Tony Romo as quarterback. And all of a sudden you think they're just going to go to the Super Bowl? What are you thinking? Come on, debate me. Come on.
You know, here's the way I look at it. I think the Cowboys have just hurt themselves, because remember back in early August, late July, Jeff, when we were doing a show, it was funny because the Cowboys were already selling playoff tickets for the NFC Championship game.
That's ridiculous.
I'm like saying, you think they learned something from Skip Bayless? Because they're like, yeah, they probably listened to Skip Bayless, and that's why the fans got the NFC Championship game tickets.
It's ridiculous. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He really does. You know, he should be like Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith, when it comes to basketball, you listen to him. Okay? He should have one good sport to talk about. He thinks he knows everything about every sport. That's the problem with him. He thinks he's a know-it-all, and he doesn't. He doesn't. Hey, he did pick Washington to win the game last night, right?
He probably would be. He probably said, yeah, I picked the Redskins.
Well, you picked wrong, so that doesn't prove you're right about everything, does it?
Josh goes, he treats the NFL like baseball, because talks about my New England Patriots. Ugh, Cowboys and Patriots.
Yeah,
deadly combination.
mine. Are you the owner? No. Let me ask you another question. Have you paid a ticket to go to see New England and sat in the stands, or do you go and use your press pass?
Oh, I would say I go use my press pass.
Then you are not a fan. They are not your team. If you use your press pass, you are in press row central. You don't freaking are not a fan. You're a press person. You're media. You're not a fan. So don't say my this and my. And you want to know something? As a media personnel, you shouldn't be saying my Cowboys, my this, my that. Anyway, you should be impartial. You're the media. And you're on TV, and you shouldn't be saying my this, my that. Because you're really not a true fan. You're basically a bandwagon fan. Because you'll jump on any team that's winning. And that's a bandwagon fan. And I've seen you and I heard you do it many, many times.
And that's what gets Jeff so sick of him anyway, and I can't stand him.
Yeah, and he's wrong. He's wrong. Just plain old wrong. And I got nobody here censoring me and nobody telling me what to say and when to say it. I say what I want, when I want, and how I want, and I don't have to worry about getting suspended. And I still don't talk like you.
Unlike ESPN, who says, "Hey, Mr. Eskow, we don't like your opinion. You're suspended."
Then don't hire me, because that's all you're going to get is my opinion.
Browning goes, Jeff would own Skip Bayless.
He'd be done. He wouldn't last. He would not last a segment.
He'd hang up, and then, he probably would go on his Twitter saying, "All right, let's launch a full protest against Jeff and Sean for Sports World Radio."
And then you want to know something? Yeah, he'd go on his Twitter mentioning Sports World Radio. He'd go on his TV show mentioning Sports World Radio. Thank you very much for mentioning Sports World Radio. You know?
That's exactly what he would do.
And I don't care if it's bad publicity, because you mentioned Sports World Radio, so people are going to go listen and come listen. Thank you.
Actually, before we go to our commercial break, Josh said he picked the Giants, actually, because he's mad that Cousins took RG3 spot.
Oh, well, thank you, Joshy. Did he pick the Giants? You know what? We're going to bring Josh in at the bottom of the hour. Anyway, did he pick the... Did he really pick him, or is he just saying that?
That's what Josh said. We can bring him in after this commercial break, whenever you're ready.
I think he's just saying it. You're listening to Jeff Eskow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow New Way to Workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Eskow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2-hour of sports talk on the internet each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. 6 o'clock East, 3 o'clock West, and if you live in the Central,
figure it out for yourself.
There you go. Hey, I'm gonna make fun of some people, okay? I'm looking at our fantasy pick'em group and who picked what, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 people in our fantasy group, in our pick'em group, picked the Giants. The Grape Ape, Speed Nick 22, Des Dispenser, and myself. Now, Stoner Bob, Indy Hawks, Rat Bastard 88, Mustang Dan, the returning champion Evo, all did not pick a team. So you automatically lose a point. Hey, Rat Bastard 88, thank you very much. Returning champion Evo, thank you very much. Indy Hawks, thank you very much. Stoner Bob, thank you very much for letting me get a free point. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Our next topic, Jeff, as we move to the NBA, as you all know, a week from tomorrow, the NBA preseason begins. Without LeBron James, the Heat start the process of a new season. Eric Spoelstra has already plenty about the notion of reinvention, which seems appropriate given the task that he and the Miami Heat are embarking upon. The post-LeBron James chapter of the Heat basketball is beginning. Jeff, they have to, and they've done very well with moving on. They've realized life has to go on. They still have Wade. They still have Bosh. I still think Miami will be a playoff team, but I don't think the Heat are going to be necessarily competitive from what we've seen during that big era.
No. And they're going to be in the middle of the pack, probably somewhere between 4 and 7, I'm thinking.
A 4 or 7 seed is correct. That's a good way to look at it. And I know Pat Riley, the Heat president, just still has to be still shaking his head, because remember what you were saying back in July, Jeff? He goes, if the Heat do not get a deal done with LeBron and James and they don't do whatever they can to bring him back, Pat Riley is going to be one unhappy camper.
Going to be one unhappy camper. You know what? He's just got to move on. You just got to chug on through and move on. That's all.
I can't wait to see, though, Jeff, what it'll be like come Christmas Day of this year when the Cavaliers play the Miami Heat and what kind of reception LeBron James will be. I'm thinking it's going to be a mixture of applause and boos. That's what I think it'll be when he comes back
when he goes
Miami
to Miami
on Christmas Day.
When he goes to Miami?
Yeah.
You might be right. I think there might be more boos than yays in Miami.
Because they're still very fed up about it. They still have never, ever forgot that Miami, that he decided to leave and then sign a 2-year contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, he signed a 2-year contract with Cavaliers with an option for the second year. So he can opt out. So when the TV contract is done with the NBA, he can get more money.
Yep.
You know, that's basically what he's doing. Basically.
As it was media day today, though, for the NBA. The Cavaliers returning LeBron James addressed the media today talking about this is the next topic with LeBron in Cleveland and what he expects from the Cavaliers. He goes, here's what he said, though. He goes, while the Heat ushered in their Big Three era with a grand stage and a dramatic opening 4 years ago, LeBron James, Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, and others in the organization. James said, patience, said to subdued James when asked about the biggest lesson he learned in South Beach. Quote, you need to be very patient with the process and understand, I think everyone always wants to see the end result, and that's at the end of the tunnel, and don't quite understand what goes on from the start to the finish, and that's in between that. And I understand that, and I know that, so patience is the biggest thing that I've learned. That's what LeBron James says. It's all about patience since he has learned everything from South Beach. He goes, quote, I wept from crying tears of joy and tears of frustration. 2 up, 2 down, so I know it all. I know what it takes. That's what LeBron James said on winning an NBA championship for the 2 years that he won, 2 and 2. 2 down and then 2 up.
Are you done talking about him?
Yeah.
I want to talk about something that's near and dear to your heart.
Would that be Rajon Rondo?
You lost him for 6 weeks, didn't you?
Yeah, breaking news from ESPN and into Sports World Radio. Rajon Rondo out 6 to 8 weeks. I saw that.
Look, broken hand. What the hell is going on, man?
Celtics, in my opinion, I got the Celtic gear out.
Oh, Jesus. Don't even put it out this year. Don't even bother to put it out this year. Just keep it in the closet, dude. Don't even bother to put it out this year because they're not making
green and white. I'm a diehard Celtic fan.
They're not making the playoffs this year. Don't even put it out.
Yeah.
Okay, don't put it out. They're not making the playoffs. Come on. You
Josh
really
goes, ESPN loves them some Cleveland, Ohio.
Do you really think that they're going to make the playoffs?
If I think the Celtics will have a good chance of getting to the playoffs, I can predict maybe 43-39 or 44-38. Otherwise, I look at the first option as a rebuilding year, but I got all the Celtic gear out. I'm still enjoying it. I'll be ready for the start of the basketball season on the 29th when they play Brooklyn.
You're freaking nuts. You're freaking nuts. You're freaking nuts. That team is about as old as you. And so is their head coach.
Who, Brad Stevens?
Yeah, how old is he? 28?
I believe he's in his 30s.
Yeah, I know. He looks so young, doesn't he?
He does.
You got a very young team over there with a bunch of nobodies. Right?
Rondo, yeah.
Okay, name me 3 guys who play on that team besides Rondo.
Sullinger and the guy from Gonzaga. He was a big name.
The guy from Gonzaga. You're a freaking Boston Celtic fan. You can't name me 3 guys besides Rondo that plays on that team?
Name 3 guys of the Knicks, Jeff, that you know.
I don't.
I got you there.
I don't, because I haven't looked at their roster. I know you have looked at the Celtics roster. I know you have. I know you have. I know you like to back them. I know you have. You can't name me 3 guys?
I've had too much Mountain Dew of late, so that's maybe why I was a little bit off.
Check
with
that out,
yeah.
Josh. Check that out, Josh. You can't name me 3 guys. And don't go looking it up neither there, Shawnee.
Why not?
Because you're not supposed to.
Well, let's see. There's Rajon Rondo. There's Jeff Green. There's Sullinger.
Yeah,
there's
he's looking right at. You're looking
Gonzaga.
right at it right now. Don't give me none of that.
What do you mean? I was just trying to get it out of the back of my head.
I said besides Rondo.
Jeff Green, Sullinger, Olenek.
I'm looking at the Knicks roster right now.
Yeah?
They still got J.R. Smith on that freaking team.
Yeah, and I know how bad you want J.R. Smith off the Knicks.
They still got Amari Stoudemire on that team. They still got Carmelo Anthony on that team. They still got Andre Bargiani on that team. They still have Tim Hardaway, which I'm happy about. And you know who else they have now? Which I'm kind of happy about? And we talked about him a while back. Shane Larkin. You know who that is, right?
Larkin.
You know who that is, right? Shane Larkin?
Heard of him.
Yeah, he's Barry Larkin's son. The old Cincinnati Reds shortstop, Barry Larkin.
Oh, yeah.
He's Barry Larkin's son. He played for Duke, if I remember correctly, in college. No, Miami, Florida. I'm sorry, Miami, Florida. Okay? He was drafted in the first round, 18th pick by the Atlanta Hawks. He's a good player. He's a good point guard. He can handle the ball very well. I've seen him play. He can handle the ball very well. I'm very happy about that. He'll probably be the backup to Jose Calderon. See, I know more about my freaking team than you do.
I've had too much Mountain Dew. I told you I was off a little bit.
I know more about my freaking team than you do. Okay? I just wish they get rid of J.R. Smith because he's a cancer. He needs to go.
Otherwise, he'll just continue to be that distraction for the Knicks.
Yes. No, totally, 100%. And they got a lot of people on their team right now. And they, spring training is pretty much opening up right now, correct? In the NBA, Sean?
You mean it's like fall training camp because the preseason starts a week from tomorrow?
Yeah, so they're in training camp right now, aren't they?
A lot of players are working out, training, lifting weights, getting ready for a long basketball season.
Getting ready for a long. Yeah, it's you know me. I'm a big basketball guy, so they're gonna. I mean, and they got to get down. What do they carry? 15 men on the roster, right?
About 12, 15 men
15
total
men,
on the
right.
on the NBA roster.
Right. So it's gonna be you know the big names are gonna stay with the Knicks, but it's not. It's gonna be interesting to see who they. Travis Outlaw? Holy freaking moly! Are you kidding me? Travis Outlaw? He's making the team. His salary's $3 million. Really? Wow. Travis Outlaw. You know who that guy is, right?
Yep.
Wow. Pretty cool. Wow, I like Travis Outlaw. He's a good little player. He's going to be good. I happen to think that the Knicks will make the playoffs where Boston won't.
Sure.
Does that piss you off?
Yeah, I was expecting that, Jeff. But you know what? I'll still have the Boston Bruins in hockey in a couple weeks.
Hey, is it this year that or is it next year? Is it this year that the Islanders start playing in Barclays Center where the Nets play, or is it next year?
I can take a look. Josh, maybe he can look for us.
Josh,
on
could
that
you find
NHL.
out?
Josh, maybe Ron would know. We need to have him back next Wednesday because hockey starts October 8th.
Hey, Josh, could you find out if they start this year in Barclays Center or next year for me while we're at the break? And we're going to run to that break right now. Final break of the day. This break is brought to you by KeuregCoffeeMachines.com. You need some coffee? You need some tea? You need a new coffee machine? Head on over to KeuregCoffeeMachines.com. Brewing perfection, one cup at a time. That's KeuregCoffeeMachines.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the final update of the day.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. Welcome, everybody, to the second and final update for Sports World Radio. NFL week number 4 has already started. Last night, the Giants prevailed and thumped the Washington Redskins by a score of 45-14. We will have all the other games to talk about tomorrow for the NFL Real Talk Show. And don't forget, the NFL Real Talk begins and starts 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And if you live in the Central,
figure it out for yourself.
You got me there. In Major League Baseball, here's what we got going on. Right now in the National League as we speak, the Braves taking on the Phillies. This is the final weekend, everybody. The season ends on Sunday. Braves lead 2-0 against the Phillies. Nationals over the Marlins right now. Bottom of the first inning, 3-1. The Nationals are winning. Right now they've won the first game the Nationals did of the day-night doubleheader. The Pirates and the Reds, top of the second inning. Right now that is a 0-0 game. As you all know, the Pirates are one game behind the St. Louis Cardinals for the National League Central Division. If the Pirates win all their games and the Cardinals lose 2 out of 3, the Pirates will get the National League Central. The Astros and the Mets going at it, no score, bottom of the second inning. 4 other games we got here. We got the Cubs taking on the Brewers, Cardinals at the Diamondbacks, and that's what the Cardinals need. They need to beat the Diamondbacks, win 2 out of 3 or sweep to be able to hold on and win the NL Central. Rockies at the Dodgers. Dodgers have the NL West wrapped up. And the Padres taking on the Giants. In the American League, there'll be a lot of scoreboard watching going on here. The Indians lead 1-0 against the Rays. The Indians trying to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. They are trailing Oakland and Kansas City for number 1 or number 2 wild card spot. Bottom of the first, the Orioles lead 1-0. They have the AL East wrapped up. They need to win all of their games in order to maybe have the top seed. They need the Angels to lose a lot. 2 out of 3 or get swept. Twins at the Tigers. Right now, the Twins lead 3-0 against the Detroit Tigers. That's good news for the Royals, who are just right on their tail for that American League Central Division. Of course, the Royals are leading that division. They're playing tonight, the Royals are, against the White Sox. The Yankees and the Red Sox, they're scoreless. That's pretty much not a big series now because the rivalry is not the same, and it's the last final game for Jeter. Athletics at the Rangers, Royals at the White Sox, as I pointed out, and the Angels on the Mariners. That is the update, and the last one on this Friday, the 26th of September, 2014 for Sports World Radio. The update was brought to you by KeuregCoffeeMachines.com. We will be right back after the commercial break, and we'll bring in Josh Lopez for his wrestling perspective and more sports talk.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Have you ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too. Don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escott, Sean Mann, and now the producer of Sports World Radio himself, Josh Lopez. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Good, good, good. How are you, man? How's the weather out there in windy Chicago?
Windy.
Is it?
Yeah, very windy.
See, it's always,
I don't know if it's as windy as the big wind, but it's windy today.
It's windy today. I don't know how you can wind in a place that's windy all the time.
Yep, it's like heaven today.
It's like heaven today. No, this is like heaven today with the sun. And I just turned the air conditioner off. I'm freezing in here now.
Jeff and Josh, good to see you there, Josh. The next topic I got for you, Phil Jackson thinks the Knicks can be a playoff team. Phil Jackson said it happens every time he walks around New York. Someone asked the question, how we going to be? How we doing? Jackson said, okay, so how are the Knicks going to be? He goes, quote, we believe we're going to be a playoff team, Jackson said Friday. Jeff and Josh, what do you guys think of the Knicks this year? And I know, Jeff, you're the big Knicks fan.
You know something? He's the president of the team. He has to say that whether he believes it or not.
Yeah, that's a politically correct kind of thing.
Right, Josh? He has to say that, correct? Whether he believes it or not, right?
I mean, look at the Jacksonville Jaguar owners. They have to say it, even though they might be 1-15 this year.
Josh, my question to you is, with this topic, your thoughts on the Knicks. I know, Jeff, you have a great expectation since Jackson's there. They got some work to do, but your thoughts, Josh?
When I always seen the Knicks, I always thought they're like the little engine that could. Like, there's a team that have a lot of good people on there, and then when it comes to the playoffs, they lack discipline. I mean, you look at J.R. Smith, the guy causes more trouble than Milton Bradley did when he was with the Cubs. And the Knicks, they have a lot of good people, but they don't have the right people in the inner structure to get this team where they should be.
Well, we'll see what's going on with first-year head coach and first-year president. We'll see what their offense is going to look like this year. And we all know as Knicks fans, it's not this year what we really care about. It's next year and the year after that we really care about.
And he can do that because of his experience, because he has a great resume. 6 titles with the Bulls. He won 5 with the LA Lakers. Now he comes to a Knicks team, which there was always the possibility that if he had not gone to LA, the Knicks would have been his second option. It would have been like a dream job because you knew Jackson. He liked playing. Jeff, you grew up watching him. You were the big Knicks fan. He won 2 titles as a player, and he liked New York so much. Now he finally gets kind of the dream job, even though he's president. And you're wondering, though, I know that the traveling could get to him because Jackson's getting up there, but you're wondering if this coach doesn't work, could he just say, you know what? I'm president of the team. I could still become coach of the New York Knicks. Is it still possible, or is it just a slim possibility?
No, I don't think so. I think Derek Fisher's going to be there for the whole stinking year.
He goes, quote, usually teams come into the playoffs and learn from being in the playoffs and gradually assume the capabilities of carrying out the championship, Jackson said. Quote, I was fortunate to have a situation in L.A. where a team had gone in the playoffs. They had been swept a couple of times in the playoff run, but they had been in the midst of the playoffs and were able to win the very first year that I coached that team there, which was a ready-made team basically with tremendous talent. Very similar situation in Chicago.
Josh, you're the Chicago boy.
I am a Chicago boy, but I was like 4 years old when Phil Jackson left Chicago. So every visual memories I have of him is like watching old documentaries on the Bulls and stuff. So Phil Jackson obviously had a big part here in Chicago. I mean, even in any sports, winning 6 championships in a span of 10 years is impressive in itself. And I don't know if he'll be a coach again. I wouldn't throw it out the window, but I think it'd be less likely.
Yeah,
chaos.
It depends on what goes on with Derek Fisher.
Yeah.
Good point.
It really
Jeff.
does.
It just depends on, can he do the job? Can he get the Knicks there? Can they get them deep in the playoffs? How about this? This has been an amazing turn of events. The chaos of the Knicks 2013-2014 season began just before training camp when Madison Square Garden chairman James Dolan shook up the franchise by firing general manager Glenn Grunwald and hiring Steve Mills after the Knicks won 54 games and the Atlantic Division title.
Well, you know
Actually,
something?
that was for 2012-2013.
Well, you know something? James Dolan has pretty much stayed out of Phil Jackson's way for now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens when the season starts and we get into the season. But for right now, he's been staying out of Phil Jackson's way and letting Phil do what Phil needs to be done, which is kind of shocking in itself. We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, Jeff, that's a good point. I think with Dolan, he's probably thinking, Jeff and Josh, he's probably thinking, look, I hired this man, Phil Jackson, because it's like a dream job.
Let him do it.
Let him do what he wants. If he wants to shake up the team, if he wants to make some trades, let him do it. He wants to get the championship back to New York, but they're like, in my opinion, a couple years away from getting there.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Here's my question. Who will have the better first year, Steve Kerr or Derek Fisher?
That's a good question.
Well, I happen to think that the Warriors have an all-around better team than the Knicks right now, even though they are out in the West. And the West is the toughest of the divisions anyway.
Josh, that's a good question that you asked me, too. I'm going to give it a slight edge right now to the Warriors. They still have the team there from last year. Of course, they let Mark Jackson go, but they still have the same team, and Steve Kerr's a good guy. And I think, Jeff, I'm not sure if this is right, but I think the Knicks had looked at Steve Kerr as a possibility.
Yeah, he was
coach,
almost
but fell through.
Yeah, he wanted to stay out west. It was a family decision, so that's why he took the Golden State job. But they pretty much got the same team. You're right. So they know how to play together with each other, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Kerr doesn't change the offense too much over there. You know what I'm saying? Keep it kind of similar for right now, and then slowly bring in your own offense. But I would give the edge to Golden State right now. Hey,
I think it'd be a little bit more optimistic that I have in both of these coaches than I do with David Blatt. I mean, they played in the NBA. I don't know anything that David Blatt has done in the
Blatt
NBA.
is, in my opinion, Blatt's going to be a total bust for that team. Look, all this talk still about the Cavaliers being so good this year that they're going to represent the East. The guy doesn't have any coaching experience. He's going to be coaching a roster, Josh, that's barely getting into the game. And, of course, James has been in the NBA since 2003.
I don't get it why everybody's picking Cleveland to win this freaking whole thing when the head coach of the team's never coached in the NBA. Never.
If there's one team that's going to represent the East, Josh, I'm going to say it. The Bulls. Look at all the moves that the Chicago Bulls made to be a threat and a power in the Eastern Conference.
Hey, Josh, you listen to Skip Bayless. Who's he picking?
He's going with Cleveland.
And is he saying my Cleveland?
My Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm excited to see how LeBron plays in his hometown.
Is that what he's saying, right? My Cleveland Cavaliers,
That's
right?
That's the typical Skipism.
Yep.
Now let me ask you another question. When San Antonio won, what did he say about them? I do believe he
San
said
Antonio. You guys know San Antonio is Skip's favorite team, so I'm guessing he would say, yeah, they'd be back in the finals.
Yeah, but did he say my San Antonio Spurs?
Yeah, he said it throughout the whole NBA Finals and stuff.
I know. You can't say my San Antonio Spurs and my Cleveland Cavaliers. You can't do that, Skip.
Isn't it amazing, though, that if the Spurs, I know how you are about ifs, Jeff, if the Spurs played the Cavaliers in the finals next year, you'd have a rematch of 07. Remember, LeBron James' first NBA Finals trip was against the San Antonio Spurs.
You want to hear a good if? Here's a good if. If Skip Bayless had a brain, he'd be deadly.
We got to go to the final commercial break. We'll be right back after this commercial.
Sports World Radio.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us. And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too. Don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escal, Sean Mann, and Josh Lopez, the producer of the show, in the final segment here for you guys. The final segment of the 2-hour bonanza that we've been going on. And we've been talking a lot about poor old Skip. Skip, I'm afraid to come on Sports World Radio Bayless. You like that one?
So funny, and indeed it is. The next topic we get to, the manager of the Chicago White Sox defends the ace, Chris Sale. White Sox manager Robin Ventura strongly defended his staff ace Chris Sale against accusations that the pitcher conducted himself improperly during a game one day earlier.
When's he getting
Josh,
fired?
What do you think of this?
When's he getting fired?
Oh, man, it's been a messed up year for the White Sox. Infrastructure issues with Kenny Williams as the general manager. A lot of people want him gone. The White Sox haven't won a World Series since '05, and it's been a rough, almost a decade already of White Sox baseball. Adam Dunn hasn't done a lick of crap since he came to Chicago. Now he's in Oakland. Now you look at Oakland, and they're collapsing right in front of our face. And Chris Sale is one of the, if not the best pitchers in baseball, maybe from the American League side. And every time I heard him in an interview or personal appearance, he's been nothing but professional.
Very different team and a very different situation. Josh, where do the White Sox go from here after the season ends? What do you expect in the offseason?
Are they going to fire Ventura?
I think they'll give him one more year.
You think so?
Yeah. They signed him for a 4-year contract when he first came here, so you got this last year coming up next. And then, Paul Konerko is having his final homestand this weekend, so Paul Konerko will be hanging up his boots as well alongside Derek Jeter at the end of the baseball season. Paul Konerko is one of the more underrated and underappreciated baseball players in history.
Yeah, but he didn't play
and even in Chicago sports history as well. I mean, he was a big role in the run in the playoffs in '05 and one of the classiest baseball players of all time as well.
Yeah, but he didn't play for one team his whole career, did he?
Well, he started in Los Angeles as a catcher, actually.
Correct. Right. I had him on a lot of my fantasy baseball teams as a catcher. Yeah. Right. And he ends his career in Chicago. Not like Derek Jeter, who played for one team his whole career. You don't see that nowadays anymore.
Nope. Not at all.
That,
Josh, real quickly before I get to the next topic, I know we got the Rat Bass of the week, but speaking of Derek Jeter, your thoughts real quickly on what you saw last night. What did you think of that game?
I thought it was
Jeter hit.
He was watching he wasn't watching a baseball game. He was watching a football game.
Oh, he posted on Facebook.
Well, I got to catch the whole post game thing after the game was over. I switched quickly to the MLB network, and I always compared Derek Jeter to the Peyton Manning of the baseball. Maybe he wasn't the greatest player of all time or not the greatest Yankee of all time, but the way the guy conducted himself, the way he performed in clutch situations, it could have happened to a better guy. And still to this day, one of my favorite World Series was the Diamondbacks and the Yankees in '01. Kind of a little wrestling plug here because Arizona was treated like the heels, and I wanted Arizona to win that year.
Hey, you know
Yankees,
something?
Derek Jeter is a great player, and he'll be missed.
You know something? You never with all the social media nowadays and the internet and everything and all that. You never heard a bad thing about his personal life once.
No, not at all.
Nope.
And that's hard to do with all the social media and everything and the cell phones with the cameras and all that going. You've really never heard a bad thing about Derek Jeter at all.
If anything, it would be a compliment saying that he had a lineup full of past girlfriends.
Well, what's wrong with that?
No, there's nothing wrong with that at all, actually.
Right. Now he could settle down, get married, have kids, and live his life.
Yep.
The next topic I have, Josh, now I know on this topic you've got a couple Rat Bastard candidates. Well, you know what? I picked one. I went with Gary One Arm for not showing up and not facing Jeff Escow.
Who do you got, Josh?
I got two. I got Gary One Arm and also Adrian. They're tied with each other for one, Adrian not being in the chat room this whole week, and also Gary One Arm.
I actually think
yesterday. But my main Rat Bastard of the week is Tom Waddle. I was on my way home getting ready for the show today, listening to ESPN 1000, and Tom Waddle once again shows complete blasphemy in saying that, there's nothing wrong with enjoying bandwagonism. It's fine being a bandwagon fan because they were talking about the Cubs and they were talking about how Chicago Cubs are probably the biggest bandwagon organization of all time.
You want to know something?
And he's like, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, it's more about positive vibes. Let's support winners.
You want to know?
I Sean when he was a Jets fan, but he decided to be a Patriot.
You want to know something?
No,
you want to know something?
Don't
yes.
Tom Waddle's football career.
Yeah.
Tom Waddle's football career
Yeah, he was.
It was like
receiver
you know
for
what?
the Bears,
No,
in the late '80s, I think.
His football career was just like being a bandwagon fan. So I can understand why he says it.
But I'll put him down there. But I really like the one with Gary One
We're
Arm.
going with
because
Gary.
He
You
comes
gotta
up
go
with
with
some
Gary.
cheesy excuse that Jeff asked him, says, "You better be here at the show on Friday, or you're."
No, you got it. No, you have
hard.
to. You have to go with He has to be the freaking Rat Bastard of the Week. He has to be. Can't be anybody else. It has to be Gary. Even though I like it to be Skip, it can't be. It's got to be Gary.
Yeah, Skip's already on the list for the Rat Bastard of
Right?
the Week. I already got him down.
It's got to be Gary One Arm. Has to be.
Gary guy.
You said it. Josh said it. Sean said it. And I'm saying it. We all said it. So it has to be him.
Especially with how funny it was last night, Josh, when Jeff and Gary were going at it the whole time during the Giant Redskin game.
Yeah, once the third quarter ended, you didn't hear nothing from Gary.
Got
Nothing.
very quiet all of a sudden.
You know what's funny about the game? I picked up the tight end in my fantasy team like the morning of the game, and I didn't know much about him. I was like, you know what? The Redskins' defense is pretty bad, and I wouldn't be surprised like a random
How many
tight
points
end
did he
gets
give you?
3 touchdowns. So I'm happy the Giants won yesterday, actually, even though I did pick the Redskins.
How many points did he give you?
Yeah, props to the Giants.
How many points did he give you?
26.5.
Wow. That's
But
a lot
Gary
of
was-
points.
Yeah, Gary got quiet because he knew that he lost. He didn't want to hear any more from Jeff,
Yeah.
and he finally showed up.
So he'll be quiet
Jeff,
for a little
I
bit.
saw last night you posted a Giants picture on Gary's wall. I went LOL. I just
Yeah.
flipped out laughing.
He'll be quiet for a little bit because now his team is sitting in the gutter in the NFC East. So he'll be quiet for a little bit now. So Gary One Arm is the Rat Bastard of the Week.
And Adrian's a good idea too. You haven't seen him around
Well,
very much.
I happen to think that he got in trouble and he's been kicked off the internet for a week or so, I bet you, from his parents.
I told Sean that in the chat room yesterday. I was like, oh, he probably got grounded after that little tirade he did on the Ravens Goodell thing on Monday, I think it was.
Yeah, I think so. I think he got in trouble, so that's why he hasn't been around.
Or the bet.
No, well, it could be that too. You never know. You never know. We might not. Hey, maybe they took his internet away from him for a while, and we won't see him for a while. We know we're not going to see him Sunday if Baltimore loses. You know?
Is Baltimore like the biggest heel in the NFL now, or Roger Goodell?
No, it's got to be Roger Goodell still because I think I'm picking Baltimore to win this Sunday. Because I'm looking at my picks right now. Yeah, they're playing Carolina, so I'm thinking Baltimore's going to win that game.
I got time for another little quick topic here before we go. This was with the Chicago Blackhawks in the NHL. Richards holds no ill will against the Rangers. Brad Richards will always look back fondly at his time with the New York Rangers, even if he didn't experience the perfect ending there. The Rangers bought out the final 6 years of Richards' contract a week after New York lost the Stanley Cup Finals in June. So what do you think about this, Josh?
So where's he playing
Richards
now?
holds no ill will against the Rangers.
Where's he playing now?
He's with the Hawks. I think this is actually probably the biggest signing in the offseason for the NHL because the Hawks have been known to be one of the best when it comes to scouting talent. You know, you got Patrick Kane, you brought Jonathan Toews, all in the same draft year, then Johnny Oduya, Chris Verstig, and all those other guys. And Brad Richards was a guy who had veteran experience that could have went to the Blackhawks that needed like veteran experience because there's a lot of rookies and a lot of like smaller guys that didn't have as much experience as Brad did. That's why I thought the Hawks got eliminated last year to the Kings. But I'm happy that he's here. I think he got something to prove, and I'm looking forward to see what he does this year.
Hey, I want to remind everybody, don't forget, we got our NFL Real Talk show tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. And until then, my friends, thank you very much for listening to us today. We'll be back tomorrow for that show. Remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable. Peace out,
Amen.
everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Take care. Have a great weekend. And just chill out and relax. Until tomorrow, my friends, peace out, bitches.
Later.
Hey, boy, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, kid. So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over. See you next time.
Next time? When's that?
Pretty soon. Don't